Yes, people, what's good? It's your boy Flicks back with another video. Tottenham Hotspur preview for the big one. The big one. Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United in the Europa League final. My team are back in a major final. The biggest game of the season and the biggest game since the Champions League final. Come on. This has to be Tottenham's time to shine because, as we all know, as well as Man United, but who gives a toss about them, it's been a shit show of a season for Tottenham in the league. Currently fourth from bottom with 21 defeats, but that's another discussion, right, for another video. But come on, Tottenham Hotspur are in a major final within 2 days. 2 days time. 2 days time. Can the boys bring it home? Can we have some glory once again at Tottenham Hotspur? It's been 17 years since Tottenham won a trophy. It's been 41 years since we won a European Cup. Please, if you have not subbed to my channel before and you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. It'll be very much appreciated. So, Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United in the Europa League final. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, I can't wait. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie, I am nervous because you never know what Spurs are going to turn up. Obviously, Tottenham have beat Man United 3 times this season, twice in the Premier League and once in the League Cup quarterfinals. But can we make it 4 wins in 4 this season, please? Come on. So look, I'm going to jump straight into it with my predicted lineup. So please, let's hear yours in the comments section, by the way. But this is mine, by the way. So obviously for Cairo in goal, my back four: Pedro Porro, Romero, Mickey van der Ven, Adugi. In the midfield, I've gone with 2 in the solid midfield: Basuma and Bentancur. And then 3 up top supporting the striker. I've gone with Brennan Johnson, Bergville, fingers crossed. That's a big one there, Bergville. And my man Sonny up top, Solanke. But there's some, in my opinion, solid players to come off from the bench. Richarlison, Tell, Odibert, who's very, very pacey. Spency, again, very, very pacey. Archie Gray, Mikey Moore, again, pacey. And Sarr. That's my predicted lineup there. Like I said, I'd like to see Bergville in there. But again, that's a big question mark there. Is he going to start? If he does not start, then again, I'm going to obviously take Bergville out of there and put in Richarlison in place of Solanke. So Richarlison up top, Solanke just behind Richarlison. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Obviously, a solid back four. Come on. United are piss poor when it comes to scoring this season. Obviously, Bergville, like I said, question mark. Hopefully, fingers crossed, like I said, he starts. Kalu and Madison are... that's put a massive dent in our squad, missing them two, because they are key players and we could have done with them starting Wednesday night, but it is what it is. And again, in my opinion, the way Man United have been this season, obviously, yeah, we've been poor, but the way Man United have been, and obviously we've beaten 3 times this season already. Come on, I should feel a lot more confident, but a final being a final, you never know. So again, like I've said, obviously we've beaten them 3 wins in 3 already, twice in the league and in the League Cup. So going back, the first time we played United this season was Sunday the 29th of September. It was a 3-0 Tottenham win. Goals by Johnson, Kalu, Solanke and Fernandes, funnily enough, was sent off. So it'd be a blessing if it was the same again. See Fernandes with a red, because come on, he's a dirty player. Dirty at times, cheat. But come on. And then obviously we played them in the League Cup, where it was a very, very topsy-turvy game. Tottenham won 4-3. That was back in December, 19th of December. 4-3, goals by Solanke, Kalu and Sonny from the corner. What a goal it was. Quality goal. And then back in the league this year, 16th of February, goal by Maddison. Spurs won 1-0. If you're going to ask me for a score prediction in this preview, I am going to go with a 3-1 Spurs win. I think we will concede. I'm not going to lie, we will concede. I'm sure United are going to get a scrapey penalty or something, because it's going to be a very, very, very challenging final. But I'm going to go with a 3-1 Spurs. 3-1 Spurs. If you could ask me who's going to score, I'm going to say Solanke, Brennan Johnson for a goal. Maybe Sonny as well, but for the scoreline, 3-1 Spurs. Come on. So the Wall of Champions right here. 1972 was the first time we won the UEFA Cup, as it was called back then, or Europa League as it's called now. And then the last time after that was back in 1984 when Graham Roberts got to lift the trophy. Now 2025, please, 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 please. I want to see my man Sonny lift that Europa Wednesday night. Has to come home. He has to come home back to the lane. Not just for Sonny, who deserves a trophy, but for the fans, for myself and for you lot. It's been many, many, many years of hurt. Many, many, many years of torture, because Tottenham deserve so much more. We just don't get it. But come on, like I said at the start of this video, this has to be our time. It's been a shit show of a season in the Premier League, fourth from bottom. Can we win this and just get something from this poor season? Obviously, if we win it, we get Champions League for next season, and hopefully, fingers crossed again, we can push on and be much stronger and better. But going into this final, yes, it won't be easy. It won't be easy. Both teams are going to be raring to go. You've only got to look at United going back to the semi-finals. I was actually shocked they beat Bilbao. They brushed them aside in the first and second leg. So they've been at their ground. You know, they've got that slight advantage. They've been there. But I'd like to think we've got the slight advantage as well, because not only we've beaten 3 times this season, I would still like to think we've still got that edge over them. We've still got that quality there. Yes, we got Bergville, who's a big question mark. Hopefully he starts or gets an impact in the game. But Kalu and Maddison are a massive loss for us. But I'd still like to think we've got the quality there. But please, let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. What's the scoreline going to be? Let's hear your thoughts on the predicted lineup for Wednesday night. But it's going to be a very, very topsy-turvy, on the edge of your seat stuff. But let's get this. Bring this trophy home. As always, up the Spurs. Come on.